Hey, hey, happy graduation. We're finally here. It's done. There's no going to be no more homework. Nah, just kidding. There's going to be lots of homework in real life. Graduating was one of the easier things, but now we're on to creating art and spreading the art with the world. Because us as artists are such unique characters or such unique skilled individuals who can take blank pieces of paper and create images that move and touch people and inspire them to do and live their lives in such ways. I think of all the Van Gogh paintings that now change the way how I look at the world. I look at all the Edward Hopper paintings that make me look at every intersection as if there is a couple sitting inside just trying to get away from their loneliness. Us artists are powerful. We're able to control the narrative that people have in their heads and the stories they tell. Because what is life if not just one long story that you're telling yourself, or multiple long stories that you're telling yourself? So, congratulations, we have graduated. We did this. We're on the other side. But I want to tell you that all the work you did and all the hard work and all the persistence through all the late nights and all the extra work that you did, it was worth it. It was worth putting in that extra brushstroke and those extra details, because your work is impactful and powerful, and I want to thank you for putting it out there. Art is not an easy thing. Not an easy thing. No, being solitary, kind of the pandemic, we artists were kind of used to it because most of our lives were just spent in the studio working on one idea to share with your friends, and let other people know how you feel about certain things. So art is very important. I don't know about you, but I could not survive without the musicians and the filmmakers and the comics artists and the graphic designers and the poets. I could not survive without them, and they could not survive without our art. They couldn't. It's hard. Life is hard. Especially now. My country in India, people are dying by the thousands, almost millions, but all we have is now. All we have is this one artwork that we can work on right now. Because time, like a lot of things, will pass by. And deaths will come to us all. Sad fact of life. But penning that poem down or writing out that script or painting that painting will leave evidence that you were here, that you tried to feel your way and explore and practice your way through this world. Because that's all we have. The art we make, the lives we affect, the conversations we have. Art making may be a solitary process, but art consuming is global and community phenomenal. You never know, your artwork here can affect someone across the world who's just feeling the same way, who's feeling that same loss of hope. Art is hopeful. Art gives us the motivation to keep going through. And it does require some amount of naivety and stupidity to keep going through life. So if someone tells you your art is bad or naive or whatever they say thank you. I got that. I thank you. But I'm going to keep on doing what I'm going to do. Now, if that's your client, you might have to work that out. But if you're like a fine artist like me, just keep creating. Just keep creating. Keep finding that community. Invest time with your peers. Because your peers are not your competitors. They are your support system. They are your network of artists that are going to be sharing your artworks, and you're going to be sharing theirs. Because the art that we create and the art that everyone else creates around us is so impactful that one must share. One must share all your great artist friends' works, because it's a duty as an artist to share and push up other artists. So, some tips that I would give you is just reach out to a community, have a community, find some friends to go painting somewhere. If you're like a plein air painter like me, find some group of painters. I bet there will be someone who either wants to paint or who's been wanting to paint and is also looking out for a buddy, and take the necessary precautions, but go out and paint. Just have fun enjoying, capturing the light outside, capturing the structures that we have around us, capturing the nature. Because the parts and the lives that you document are important, and your story is important. And what else would I tell you? Another tip would be just find a wall and put up your artwork. Someone who has a local business, just go up to them and try to see if you can get your artwork up there. I know galleries are having a tough time now, but take ownership of your own work. Take ownership of showing your own work and putting it out there, and being your own business manager instead of waiting for someone to come, because no one is going to come. You need to take that step yourself, and then when you have the ball rolling, someone else will come, and then you can just slowly transition into that. So find a wall, put up your artwork, and just keep making. Just keep doing. You don't have to be producing 24/7, but produce 80% of the times, because fear will always be there. Fear ain't going anywhere. I have fear all the time. I'm scared of most of the artworks I make. But we gotta go through that fear. We gotta make and create artworks through that fear. Because through that fear, someone else's life can be affected. And to me, as an artist, that is magical. That we can influence and affect people's emotions and stories. So, once again, thank you. Thank you for going through this semester with hard work and passion and rigor. We're finally at the end of it. We're done. I want to say keep going. To all those that are still studying, keep going. You can do this. I believe in you. You got this. Cheers. Take care. Have a great summer. Have like a hot artist summer. Bye.